The level at which you invest is the level of your return. It really does matter. How you doing, Change Squad? It really does matter. Hope you guys are well today. Listen, I want to talk just briefly about, you know, the level at which we invest because oftentimes we're looking for a return, but we haven't put any skin in the game. We haven't taken a step. We have not invested. We have not put ourselves out there, but yet we're looking for a return. I'm not sure how that works. And so, in fact, it doesn't work at all. And so, what I want you to do today is I want you to start changing the game in your own life and really showing up and analyze, like, take a step back, take a step back so you can show up, but take a step back and really think about how am I investing in my own life? Because, see, it's really easy for us to, go all in when it comes to someone else. And y'all know I can speak from this. I can speak from this point of view because it was me. I did it. So I can speak so clearly from this point of view. And it was so easy for me to give, to do, to be, to go for everyone else. And then I wondered why you know it wasn't returned. Now, see, they were not obligated to return it back to me. What I missed is the part where it says invest in yourself and stop trying to be everything to everybody, right? All the time. And so I missed that part. So then it allowed me to be disappointed so many times on so many different levels. And so because I was expecting a return from something that could not give me the return that I needed. In fact, it could not give me the return that I was looking for. So I'm saying all that to say you have to invest in yourself at the level of which you want to see that return. Okay, now we hear people say oftentimes, high risk, high reward. Be that true as it may, whatever, yes, okay. But I want you, if you do nothing else here today, I need you to start thinking of ways that you can invest in you. How can you pour into you? How can you be all things to you? How can you do all things for you? How can you do that for yourself? So that same effort, that same, tenacity, that same determination that we can have for other people, I need you to turn that thing back on you. I need you to do it for you. And so, how can you start doing that today? Because, see, success, your return or your success is not going to just show up, it's not going to just happen. Okay? That's not how that works. You must do something in order for it to happen. So I challenge you today to really evaluate what it is that you are doing or what are you neglecting to do for yourself that you know will give you a great return. You have to invest in yourself so that you can benefit. Let you be the benefactor of all of what you're doing. The beneficiary, rather. I think that's the term. The beneficiary, rather, of what you are doing, all of what you're putting out. You should, in some way, be the beneficiary of that. Okay, so I want you to think of because the more you, here's the thing too, this is the other side that we forget about. We keep forgetting about that in order for me to really live a life that I have imagined, so in order for me to really live a life fulfilled, in order for me to really live this life that sets my soul on fire, I have to invest in me. In order for me to do that, I have to invest in me. Because for some of us, it really means, being able to be with our families more, being able to take vacations and go on trips and do all these things and to, purchase certain things, whatever it looks like for you. But you have to do something for you first. Because then how can you really and fully, because you can, but how can you fully show up in those spaces and have those dreams if you are not investing in yourself to make it happen? So you have to make those things. I hope this is making sense. I need you to make it real clear about what it is that you need to invest in, how you need to invest, what you need to invest, all the things, but ensuring that you are pouring in to you, that you are nurturing you, that you are feeding you so that you can show up for your loved ones. Okay, no matter what it is that you're doing. So and again, everyone is not on this whole hype about being an entrepreneur. Everybody, that's not everybody's thing. That's not everybody's destiny. That's not everybody's dream. And I get it. Wherever you are, whatever you desire, I want you to invest in you so that in order to get the thing that you desire, you'll be able to enjoy it and you'll be able to live fully in it. But you will not be able to live, you won't even be able to appreciate it and embrace it if you haven't done the work for you so that you can really appreciate when it shows up, know when it shows up, feel when it has shown up. Okay, so I challenge you today to take a self assessment to see how you're investing. Am I really doing what I need to do for me so that I can live the life that I've imagined? So that I can occupy this profession that I desire. Am I doing what I need to do? Have I invested in a career coach? Have I invested in a mentor? Have I invested in a personal development coach? What have I done? Have I taken the time to research some books that will benefit me? Have I taken some time? Have I even blocked my schedule in such a way that I have an allotted amount of time so that I can maybe read some articles, I can listen to a podcast, or I can engage in, people who are where I desire to be. Like, what have you done? Because those are some of the investments that we have to think of. Because I know a lot of times we think about money, and a lot of times it is money. You are going to have to invest in something, because I'm not going to sit here and say that, a career coach is going to be free. You're going to get what you pay for, right? The level at what you invest is the level of your return. Everything is not coming free. And I don't want everything free, because I realize that some things that are free, it's free or it's at a discounted rate. Why? Because it's somehow dinged up. It's something's wrong with it most of the time. Something's wrong with it. Okay, it's not as fresh, it's not as new, it's not it's not as fabulous as we deserve. And sometimes we take the low road, or we take the easy way out to get the thing. And so I want you to do what you need to do to invest in you, nurture you. What are you doing to do that? So take a self assessment, figure that out, and then I want you to make the proper steps. So put those proper steps in place so that you can actually invest in yourself. If you have to start small, I'm a big believer, a big advocate for starting small, for starting where you are, for not despising those small beginnings, right? So I want you to really think about what you can do now to start investing in you. Because if you have a dream, but then you cannot live fully in the dream, what does the dream matter? What does it really matter? And then not only that, will you ever really get to the dream? Will you ever really arrive there? So, like, we got to really think about that, because we want things to just like drop out the sky and just happen. But you're going to need to do some things for you in order for those things to show up. Okay. So, I want you to take the necessary steps to invest. I want you to search out a podcast, get in community with like-minded folks. I want you to find the books that are going to feed you and nurture you and help you move to the next level. I want you to find that coach. And if you are looking for a coach, we got you, because we don't just deal with personal, and we don't only stick with your professional life, but we work together to ensure that the two are aligned. Because that's living a life that sets your soul on fire. That's living a life that's aligned. That's living a life fulfilled. Okay. And then we start talking about taking passion to profit. So, yeah, I want you to invest in you. How can you start doing that today? I gave you a few ideas, a few tips on how you can start doing it today. And you know what? I'll just give you one of my tips. One of the things that I like to do to invest in me, and I'll tell you one of the first things that I did is I am a coach and a consultant today, but you know what I did initially? I invested in a coach. I invested in me. So it looked like I'm investing in, but I invested in me first. Okay. So and I'll be honest with you, it wasn't really, it wasn't cheap, but I did it because I was worth it. But I also had to get to the mind frame of realizing and recognizing that I was worth that investment. My life depended on it. But see, today now I get to live the life that I've imagined. I get to live, this life that sets my soul on fire. Like I'm so grateful that I get to do this work every day. Okay, and not the work of sitting here on YouTube or sitting here talking with you or sitting here making a video. Not that, but I get to share this. I get to share my experiences and strategy and resources with my clients so they can start to show up in their world as the individual, as the multi-individual, multi-dimensional individual that they have been created to be, so they can do what they have been created to do. Because you have to become so we can do. But I want you to start investing in you so that you can become. Okay. So listen, you know where our information is. We are at intentionalintegration.com. Get a hold of us. Get on a call. We are starting our June cohort. It's coming up. It's coming. It's right around the corner. And we do have a few subsidized scholarships that are available so that you can get your hands on those. Now, listen, you're going. Listen. This is an investment worth taking because you need to be in community with folks who get it, who understand it, right? You need to be in community with someone who's going to help, support, and guide you so that you can invest, so that you can show up for you first, right? And then your family. Can you imagine if you were living a life fulfilled, how you could then be able to show up for your husband? If you have one, your partner, your children, your family, your mom, your dad, how could you show up if you were living a life that was fulfilled? It changes the game and it means everything. It means everything. But I want you to make that step. I want you to take a step. I want you to start today with one of the tips that I've already shared, and I want you to start investing in you. Take take a step, make a move, do what you need to do. Start investing in you today, all right? If you do nothing else, I want you to stay well, be intentional, and always champion your change. You have the most amazing day. See you next time. Peace.